Have you always wanted to be a tree? We're going to switch gears. Now you can be a tree, thanks to a new California law that allows human beings to be turned into compost instead of cremation or burial. Proponents of the law say it's cheaper and more eco-friendly and a wonderful way to say goodbye to a loved one who wants to be sent off that way. Opponents say the departure from tradition could be a sign of disrespect. So would you rather grow in the ground or go in the ground? All right, man panel, what do you think? Jason.
Yeah, Kennedy, I actually think this is a horrible idea.
Then don't do it.
Putting aside the fact that there is no climate crisis, I think this is reducing human beings to a clump of carbon atoms.
What if you want to be reduced to a clump?
Efficiently and quickly unceremoniously eradicated. It gives no human decency to a body.
I think
it's a terrible idea.
The most decency you could give to someone is honoring their final wishes. If someone wants to be compost, if they want to be a clump, if they want to dissolve and go ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and go back to the earth, they should be allowed to do that. Chris Hahn.
In the end, isn't that what happens anyway? Whether you're buried, whether you're cremated, eventually we are turned to dust,
no, your
which is who we are,
and
which is where we came from, and that's where we're going. Whether there's a climate crisis or not, we're going to become compost for somebody at some point.
So if you want to do that, I'm fine with that. I don't think that should be forced upon anyone. I don't think anyone should be forced to be buried. I don't think anyone should be forced to be cremated. But I'm a huge fan of 6 Feet Under, and this is how Nate wanted to go. And they finally gave him the send-off that he wanted.
Show.
It was by far the best series finale I have ever seen. And I still cry when I think about it.
Yes.
So, Spike, how do you want to be buried, dear?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, talking about indignity, I can't think of a worse indignity than someone mandating by law that my body has to be filled with chemicals, put into a metal casket and put in the ground where it will, however many decades, still become compost anyway. I think that the real outrage here is that this has become legal while my desire to have my body put onto a kayak and filled with Tannerite and have my closest heirs and assigns take turns shooting flaming arrows at it, whoever hits it first gets all my stuff and whatever's left of the boat. That continues to remain illegal.
You could do
Thanks,
that.
big government.
I think you could do that in Vegas, Spike. I think that's allowed somewhere.
That is an outrage. I mean, I have been obsessed with the Neptune Society for quite some time. I think there is something very attractive about
I'll represent you and get that done, Spike, free of charge.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think, honestly, I have to say that after watching the Queen's funeral, it was so beautiful and so moving. And part of the thing, and Jason, I'm sure you'll agree with me here because I feel like everyone's ganged up on you. The thing that was so beautiful and moving about it is she had a say in it. And people should voice what they want their send-off to be like. And they should pay for it. So the relatives who are left behind don't have to. Jason?
No, I would have liked some
Kennedy,
Nine Inch Nails.
I'm not saying that it shouldn't be allowed.
Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, Kennedy, I completely agree with you. I'm not saying it shouldn't be allowed. I'm just giving some insight as to how I think we're valuing a human body.
I know, but don't you think people should talk about what they want before,
100%. I do agree with that, yes.
See, I knew we would agree on something, Love Bunny. All right, man panel, you've all